Isn't it funny in life that most often we want more and sometimes we take less? I mean, here's less. You can't even see it. Do you see what's on the cigarette here? You can't even see it. That's how big my joint is. So I'm going to smoke this. Now you're saying, what kind of guy is this? Opens up the internet, wants us to watch him, and we've already passed 27 seconds, and he's trying to burn his fingers off. Well, that's a hell of a laugh. You like the cup on my seat? It's just so funny that I brought it here purposely to show you what the cup can do. If you take a look at this, and it's on an angle, it looks like a palm tree, looks like a man bending over, it looks like two fives, it looks like the Lamed letter, it's also the swastika. You turn it around, this is us. Here's our feet. All they look like is little parts of our brains, but let's get out of the gutter and come back to me. Oh, me, only me, nobody else but me. Do we see anybody here in the house? Absolutely not. We got a phone call coming in. Hello? Oh, this is God? Oh, yeah? What year is it? The year is 2286? Oh, yeah, that would be God. Oh, I know you because you were active back then. You were probably talking to Moses, who was about, I don't know, let's say 46 years old at the time, although sometimes they say Noah died at 800. I mean, how old did Moses live to that he couldn't even write, or could he write? But that wasn't matter because that wasn't the rights of where I was going. Where was I going? I was going nowhere. A roulette wheel, two sides. Many stories on both sides. What I'd like to say here, and this is what's special about this video and special about all my videos, is it really has nothing to do with you who's watching. This is not for you, not for you, never was for you at all, at all, at all. I was writing a book. Well, I was writing in a book with a pen. Obviously, yes, there was paper or something that I wrote on. What did they call it before they called it paper? Okay, forget about that. You're not involved anyways. What, am I going to have to wait for you? So I'm going to have to take this cassette, send it out into the star. You can download it, take a look at it, and then I'd answer my question probably 3 months later. Well, by the time the first person views, and maybe that'll be Diggy. Right, Diggy? My hands are dirty. It's not the same dirt as yesterday. It's a new dirt. I sort of like to sleep in my dirt. I've been sleeping in my dirt with the animals for over 30 years. I've been smelling pig shit, walking in chicken shit. When it wasn't that, it was frozen, it was outside, and it was cold. When it started to melt, it rained all the time, and then it froze up, and it was slippery again, sliding away. It is what it is. But for myself, I want to thank everybody out there, because if nobody went to work, I wouldn't be able to get onto YouTube. If nobody went to work, there would be nothing on Wikipedia in where I can search out some of my information. If I had to search out all this information that I search out, I would never be able to find it, because 60% of it, I would like to say and use that number, comes from the public out there with any one of their thoughts or questions, any one of their pictures or designs, any one of their statements or remarks to somebody else. Anything to do with a good or bad comment, it's irrelevant. I'm going to find left and right. It's all good. So you've all helped. And for all the few that have left me comments, whichever way the comments were, thank you. At least showed me that I was alive. Once I know I'm alive, I don't care what the comments say. I just need that extra energy. Don't forget, you see, for me, when I look at bipolarism, because that's the way they want to state me and quote me, and I like that bipolar because it's two, you know, and everything comes in twos. And the minute they say there's twos, thank God there's a passage in between that I might start feeling better. And don't forget, when you go into the depressed side, as you start to feel better, you're a lot better. So on the way up feels just as bad as when you're high and on the way down. A little coffee. Bipolar, there's a sadness. You're not wacko. You're not whacked out. The reason why you're able to see something is because your mind goes not 2 times as fast, Why don't you try 100 times as fast? In fact, why don't we swing it by this way? I was able to watch a movie that was over an hour long in less than 5 seconds. And I couldn't hold the same thought because the next movie was already coming up. I had multiple screens that I wish would freeze in my head so I can get a better look at what movie is going on. Right now, I'm in the dream mode, and I'm starting to see some of my dreams. They're slowing down. I'm getting a clearer picture. Although I did dream last night, but I'm into my 3rd day of a bad cycle. What does that bad cycle contain, and how does it come about? Don't sleep properly. Stay up. Be nervous about things you did wrong, taking away your energy. When you take away your energy, you fall into a mode of depression. It's not there, that depression. All you have to say is, I'm awake, I have more energy. Take that energy that you just took for yourself, go to your bedroom, relax, and go to sleep at that time, and take a cat nap. They did not bring the cat, the 9 lives of the cat. In French, they call it nuality, or neuf in French. 3 by 3, which is the creation number, which creates what it is all about, the 9-number square face inside the egg. Don't know all the numbers on your phone, why the letters are there? Can't help you. Can I tell you something about it? I sure can. Ask me any question you want, and I'll make up a story. Is the story going to be true? It's going to be as true as the facts you tell me. The definitions will be your decision. Once you create the definitions for each number, you'll know the whole story through the way you can understand it. And with time, those definitions will expand and strengthen. And then you'll understand a whole lot more. Wait a second. I always mark education. And I'm always saying you can, I could, and I tell you. It's not really that I tell you. I don't choose the right words. I'm just doing the best that I can. When I first started this whole thing, all I knew is that if it was going to be a book, then its book better be able to talk to me on 2 or 3 different screens, and Mr. Tackpans on all 3, and all 3 are 5 seconds apart on the same video, listening to myself. Why would I do such a thing? Because you don't know what your ears will hear until tomorrow comes and said, shit, this is a coincidence. Yes, it is, because it's been repeated in your mind. Our minds have been transformed. We have animal minds, a contortion mix of the spirit energy, which actually means, if you want to know, I don't know. I make it up. But over repeating and repeating and repeating, we have an energy source from somewhere else that knows what's right and what's wrong. When it comes into this body, we're automatically pushed forward to make a choice based on the past, based on logic, and we're obliged to use all the elements of senses in order to get in this world, because this is a world of learning and games. We get into trouble, and we're coming into the aliens. We're coming in 3 days to 2012, the end of the Mayan calendar. We came to last year, the Hebrew calendar ended, if I remember, last year in 5772. That's quite funny, 72, right? 14, 9, and 23. 23 plus 11 is 34, which makes 19. 3 by 4 is 12. 3 and 4 is 7. Total is 19. You can't go any higher. And once you're carrying the torch of 19, you are the 0.5. You are now 19.5. It's also a cross angle on your phone from 1 through 5 over to 9. We do not include 5, but 5 is also red. It is because 1 and 9 come to play. Man's 1 heart in the 5 core position of his 9 birth goes center of the telephone between 2, 4, 6, and 8, created from 3 and 7, Earth and Uranus. Or up your ass, there's a little bit of earth, and when you go to the bathroom, it comes back out the same color. Sometimes a little bit more red because your blood is in it. Is that disgusting? No, that's life. And until we understand the number of 4554, you see, I just know I want to cry because I know what all these numbers are so perfect. 4554 also reaches the maximum of 99. 9 by 5, 5 is in the center. 9 is either in the 9 position or the 1 position, in which is one of the corners. It's on an angle from 1 over to 9. If I remember, what is that angle? Is it a 135-degree angle? What is that angle I'm always running? Because I know I'm wrong. I keep calling it the 45-degree angle, but it's not a 45-degree angle. Actually, it is a 45-degree angle, but it's from this side to this side, and it turns into 135 because you go down 3 levels. That's how I look at it. I could be wrong, but 1, 3, and 5 is the first partition angle of the upper set of the telephone that creates the first triangle of creation, which ignites everything out of the 5 hole in the second level. 5 and 2, second level, the Mayans, 2 and 5. If you're on the second level of man 6, you look over to one side, and 6 is right there. 25, 6, 25 is just a small line between 5 and 6. And if we don't go right through to 6, because we only go halfway, it's 5.5. But it's 5.5 meeting 6, which is 330, 55 by 6. 330, again, back to 9 in creation, and man is the 1. And we used his number with 6 and 5, which is 2 by 2, which is 2 by 3, and 2 plus 3, which makes 11, plus 99 makes 110 floors of the Twin Towers, or makes the 1010 worlds that I'm describing to you right now, going around in circles. It's actually not a circle, it's a spiral. You know what I think about winter before we let this go? I have a funny feeling that we spiral down, and then we spiral up, and then we spiral down, and then we spiral up. And then sometimes we free spiral. What does that all mean? Earth is mechanically controlled by some system. If we went out into the real area of space, I think it'd be a little bit more like foggy and pea soup, and on the other side it'd be very bright as the world turns, very shiny and sparkly, because this world is made of rock and roll. Everything in the sky is moving. We see gemstones all over the earth, yet when we look into the sky, nothing shines anymore. The moon comes up on the 28th day all around the world and seems to disappear. In my logic, that's retarded. That's totally retarded. You think I'm sick. You think I'm sick. But a moon that comes up every 28 days in the same position, I don't think so. I don't think so. Even if they tell me, no, when the axis tilts over to this side, you'll see the moon here, and then it's a full moon. You know what? I told you once, I told you twice. I don't think so. A yellow sun that looks orange without having red. A pink sky after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, coming into late August, September, when it's earlier later, when it's darker earlier. Caught me on that one, didn't you? You can catch me on anything you want. Whatever mistake I made, hey man, it's a mistake. Thank God somebody noticed. Cool. I got people out there repairing things that I say. I like that. I'm wrong. I'm right. Hey, pretty cool, man. Keep repairing me. We'll see how well I can fix my gearing in my mind before I shift my transmission into second gear. That's right. I'm the one they call slow. I go as fast as I could, but I'm still slow. Because the chances I take will never push me over the edge. But I will reach the brim. Am I a good boy? Can't believe the light's not on, eh? Empty coconut. Could be my head. Hello? Oh boy, this is cool, man. Hello? Yeah, it's Gilligan. The skipper's in the hut. The professor and Marianne, I'm not sure, but Mr. Howell, he just lost $100,000 he heard on the radio. Yeah, he's stuck on a fucking island. No one can find him. It's only a couple hours away. I mean, when you saw the ending, how they floated out to the ocean, and a few hours back, there are no hanging islands anymore out in the ocean, are there? All of a sudden, Gilligan and Skipper found an island that nobody knows about. I wonder how come. Shh. Yeah, I'm listening. No, don't worry. I'm not going to tell anybody. My videos? Oh, you know, it's okay for the video, right? I knew you'd say that. What did you say? They won't see this video until 2019? Well, that's not possible. I already have one visitor right now. Oh, before I get my first 100 hits, because I'm not going to put a great title. and I'm not going to tag it, and I'm going to send it up to the star as just another piece of the book. Right, right. I got you. So they don't know about this island, and they found on the island a couple of sticks in the sand. Yeah, they couldn't figure it out, so they re-put the sticks up on the table one day, and you know what it said? It said NAA. Yeah, NASA, because the two A's were sideways together. The minute you put the two A's sideways together, they turn into S's and W's. A new way to see the saw. I see, I saw, we got NASA. Who was who? I'm screwing around now, right? May as well shut down this video and send it to the star. Give me a minute. Oh, Mother Hubbard up there in the cupboard? You waiting? Did you know why Mother Hubbard had nothing in the cupboard? The cupboard was bare? Because to keep all the information, it was all in her shoe. The sole of your foot. You don't think there's anything under your foot that knows better? There's more to the inside of what we don't know than the thought of any kind of question that we would practically like to ask to know, but we couldn't even figure out what that question was. But one day we will know. But we won't ever know that was the question that was missing, other than the question never thought. Raphael 7286 on the constellation of Pegasus up to Baffin Islands with the same number, and we can probably revert this number, like I've said before, to 6827 or 3824. One is the 10 world, one is a reverse world. They all work, my friends, because when the wiring gets hooked up, every wire gets hooked up. Upside down, inside out, it doesn't matter, as long as it's fully connected, and it's always connected in the same fashion. At least 6 billion of us